So, hello everyone! Welcome back to Nukeshot Endurance Series Season 6, here live at the Tokyo Expressway, East Outer Loop. Rainy conditions here today, and of course night conditions as well. I am Nukeshot Zokeo. Joining me in the booth today is a good friend of mine. It is Lynx, making their return to the commentary box.
Yeah, I'm alive, you're alive, we're all alive. Unfortunately, well, real life racing wasn't so much alive, but hey, we got supplements by here, plenty more to come. As, yeah, we're just seeing the qualifying phase now. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yes, indeed. Who is going to maximize these conditions? Extremely tricky. We've raced at the track before, but not in these conditions. Haven't seen rain in the series for a long time. We're going to go on board for a lap here with Fred Dude at the moment, making his way through the tunnel. Lynx, if you'd be able to talk us through a lap of this circuit as we are on board, that would be fantastic.
Well, of course, we've got the massive drag up to the top. We're going to be taking the off-ramp by here, braking just before the 100-meter boards and trying to maximize the exits. You want to take a bit of a different line around there. You want to be maximizing all the space you can get just before the wall. Now onto the sort of like the back stretch, really. You full throttle around that turn, then you go back onto your right, and there is a chicane up here which you can't exactly see. You want to be ready for that as soon as you go through. Then onto a little bit of a rest, a bit of a right kink, and we go into the next turn, which is a full-on fast right-hander. Then going into a fast left-hander. This is where we go up another one of our ramps, going into, well, basically going from the one highway to the other highway. As we drop back down now, and you can see the last sector there on the other side of the railings, coming up to here to probably one of the most tricky hairpins to actually get right. You've got plenty of room on the inside, but plenty of runoff on the outside that sort of lures you in. And you really have to make it smooth on the throttle and make sure you have plenty of traction, because we're going straight back down for a long way into the tunnel, which is gonna pose some problems, I feel, because the tunnel's going to be the dry bit and you're going to be on wet tyres for most of the lap.
As the first lot of laps are being set, it is currently D-Look at top of the timing sheets with a 2-minute 10.840, with Tom Soft just slotting in second place now with a 2:11.457, Swablu third with a 2:11.960. Wybear fourth at the moment, 2:12.913, currently 2 seconds off the pace. Fred Dude with 7% ballast is the heaviest car here today, 2:13.036 for them. As Joe comes across the line, he goes a little bit faster than Fred, 2:12.966 for them. And Root, not quite a representative time this time around, it's a 2:15.458. So at the moment it's the Supra that seems to be maximising these conditions. Now we know it's a very strong car on the straights, that might have something to do with it, but also it is very twitchy in the dry at times, so perhaps it's also being amplified in the rain as well.
Yeah, that Supra really just maximising the amount of performance it can get at the moment. That's sort of what you have to do, and the Supra just, it looks planted compared to other cars, honestly.
We're hearing from CJ in chat that D-Look actually had some slipstream from Swablu on the straight at the end of that lap, so that would also have benefited him.
Oh, that would have been absolutely amazing for him.
So we're going to see who's going to be next to set the times. It's going to be Fred Dude leading them. They exit the hairpin at the Shiodame section of the circuit. Again, there's many corner names that we've come up with here based on the street signs, so apologies if I butcher the pronunciation. Into the tunnel they go. What's the time going to be? Will it be an improvement for Fred Dude?
It will be. Not enough to jump the Joe 2 guy though. Only 3 thousandths of a second sorry. Yeah, 300ths of a second, sorry, off of Joe 2 guy, which is actually, it's a really good effort. Especially with any ballast that may be on that car at the moment.
Interestingly, I think D-Look was the only one to come into the pits there for a fresh set of tyres. We know that's been a tactic throughout this season, to midway through the qualifying session get some fresh rubber, but he's the only one to do it here. The tyre wear is quite low at this circuit, given how well the roads are maintained.
Yeah, it's sort of a Japanese thing. They love their roads. They absolutely love their roads. It's really well maintained. Well, let's just hope that no one here tonight is going to be that one pleb that just hits it into the side of the road. They can fix it in about 30 minutes, but let's not be the one that has to make that happen.
Yep, we all know how the curse of the commentator is on this channel. Oh dear. Well, so far everyone's fine.
It's almost like it's happened to me once.
Oh, as soon as we say that Fred Dude has gone into the wall hard, he's picked up front aero and front left suspension damage. And will he get out of the way of Y-Bear, who is currently behind him? That could be Fred Dude's session done, actually, given the amount of time we've got left on the clock.
Yeah,
so Fred Dude's no higher than
1 minute 50 a lap. And that's only... it's 150 a lap, and that's with the LMP class. So he's sort of got to go out of the way now. He's went into the wall at the hairpin, and he has a bit of engine damage now, I believe.
Yeah, that looked like a very sketchy rejoin as well that we managed to catch there on camera, as Swablu also seemed to run a bit wide, but that is part of the racing line that they take. Why they came across the line, they improved, but not their position. It was a 2:12.271. Tom Soft is currently top of the timing sheets with that lap. It's a 2 minute 10.722. The Mercedes, another good car for traction. Very good for
D-Luck's just coming across the line now, hoping to improve. And he does not. Maybe he's going on to his final fast lap at Netcar.
Yeah, I think that might have been their out lap that they were just on. Now I just need to check. Groot's coming up. It's going to be close with the flag. CJ is going to be the one to type the flag. Will he make it? It's going to be very close. Oh, yes, he made it. Like literally, maybe half a second or so, but Groot did make it. Thank you, CJ, for typing flag.
Root has been told that he has crossed the line, although I do think he might have tried backing off, or he's sort of put his mind off of it now. He's 1.1 seconds off of Fred Dude in front, and I have a feeling that if he gets a bit of slipstream, he's going through. It's just going to be hard to find that now, because most of the cars are in the latter sectors of the track.
D-Look is 4/10 purple going into Sector 4. We won't seem to have a slipstream partner though, so that could hurt his time as the cars are closing out their laps. I believe it's going to be Y-Bear first across the line. We're going to see as they come across into the tunnel for the final time in this qualifying session. Will it be an improvement? It looks good. It is an improvement.
It will be. It's fourth.
4th provisionally at the moment for Wybear. Who is next to come across? I think that may have been some of the TSR cars or someone.
Yeah, it looks like both of the TSR cars are coming across now, or at least Joe2 guy is coming into the tunnel.
Yep, Swablu didn't improve. D-Look did improve. D-Look does go fastest. They didn't need the slipstream. It's a 2-minute 10.627 for D-Look.
And TSR dives into the pit lane. So that should then be the GT qualifying complete.
It is D-Look taking pole position here today at the Tokyo Expressway. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, absolutely amazing job. Absolutely amazing. It's 3/10 in it between Tom. D-Luck really pouring a performance there to beat out the rest.
You're just checking, so you say Groot did definitely back out of that lap, right? I did check the minimap and I didn't see any moving arrows, but I'm just triple checking now.
People were saying the Groot did actually cross the line. I'm not sure whether he backed out.
Yeah, he did cross the line, but if he did back out, then yeah. Well, the times are recorded.
What really happened.
Hello again to everyone in the chat. Some asking where Mika is. Mika's unfortunately a bit tired today, so he's not around.
Dead.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's one way to put it. The eternal sleep of death. I'm just gonna have another look at the screenshot real quick. Excuse me. Yep, I think everything's in order. So, 10 minutes again for the LM qualifying.
Oh, we've got 5 LMs, 2 Alpines. We have a Audi out, a Toyota out, and we have a McLaren as well, which I've got to say that's absolutely amazing.
CJ doing a little bit of fuel burning, it would seem. That McLaren, by the way, of first-time competitor BNR Barracuda, they seem to be one that's really on the pace based on their practice times, so definitely watch out for them. As to whether the McLaren will need a bot change afterwards,
so he's just shooting it now. Just gonna try and get as many laps as he can in.
Yep. The McLaren does have a hybrid, but it's not charged at the moment. TKS here again. Good to see them back in the Toyota TS050 with news of them getting a new teammate, actually, as unfortunately Philo had to completely withdraw their entry. So expect to see TX3 Hash with us in the future, but he's not here today. Barracuda currently second in the train. CJ third, so he's decided not to do that fuel burning again, it would seem.
I'd like to say that I was completely wrong about the McLaren. It does have a hybrid system. It just seems to be Barracuda's not saving it that much.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange hybrid system there on the McLaren, as TKS actually has damage on the rear. So...
Oh, could that be from Barracuda?
Well, Barracuda has front aero damage.
Has front damage, it makes sense.
Put the 2 and 2 together. And Barracuda's hit the pit wall!
That's going in funny moments.
Oh dear, that really didn't go well for Barracuda, so that's going to cost him valuable time. As, yeah, there was contact, there must have been. I don't know if we have any footage. Maybe TKS or Barracuda could share their onboards or something. But actually, no, I'm fairly certain Barracuda is streaming their own onboard. So we do have potential footage of that for review for the stewards. That's the tricky thing with qualifying. It's difficult to get footage for these kind of things. But both of
Yeah,
them,
you can't just
you
get
know,
the replay. So Spooky coming around the hairpin now. They're going to be starting their first lap, the second Alpine on the track, the reserve Alpine, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, that's right, for the New Wave Racing team. So good to see them back
Yeah,
again.
so they have New Wave actually alive.
And also, I think it was last week at Spa-Francorchamps, if you missed that, their teammate, Bubo_Lubo, in the Hyundai managed to get a very solid result on their debut. I believe it was a second place, if I'm not mistaken. So a very good start. It was a good points haul at Spa-Francorchamps for the team.
I remember seeing that. It was almost like I was in that race.
Funny how these things work.
Yeah.
CJ making his way around the Shiodome hairpin and coming on to the start-finish straight. Now the Alpine, not the best non-hybrid for straight line speed, but it is good in the corners.
Wow, it looks like a flying bar of soap, so if anything, that thing, at least from outside, I think it'd have a bit of speed in it.
What's the benchmark going to be?
There's a 151.2 flat.
Let's see who, if anyone, will be improving that. It's probably not a representative time from Ollie Polio 2. If it is, then that's a bit worrying. They're 4.4 seconds back. I know the non-hybrids, in theory, are meant to have an advantage, but I'm not sure if it's that much. TKS and Barracuda
is coming around for his first time flat now. He's sort of let TKS pull out in front, so they hopefully won't collide in the middle of their laps.
Yeah, they might have originally been thinking about slipstreaming.
Coming around the final hairpin as well, sort of just lighting the tyres up, and they do have front and right suspension damage.
So they'll be coming into the pits, you'd expect. They still crucially have time on the clock to still set a lap time.
Yeah, it's not like they have to rush something here to qualify.
So into the pits they go for the repairs.
Ollie Polly has done 6 temps faster on this lap here, at least in
He's into the wall!
sector number 2. And he does have damage again.
That's at the Shibara junction.
The LMP's getting all the damage today.
That
Crucially,
TKS
TKS behind him, he's on a roll at the moment.
Yeah, that particular corner there at the top of the Shibara junction is extremely easy to carry too much speed under. If only they had read Zokeo's circuit guide, then they would have known about that.
I know. It's almost like we need a car to actually remind them of that. Get a car to have a bit of sponsorship on that. Maybe that's something Nukeshot, the Nukeshot racing team needs to look into for this season.
Yep, well, livery week, who knows? Self-promotion. CJ improved their time, meanwhile.
Just for a circuit guide on this.
CJ did a 150.876. TKS finally sets a first time.
Oh, Barracuda! 149.7.
And there's the pace we were on about from BNR Barracuda. Very impressive in that McLaren. It might just be this circuit, is the thing. 223 and braking there in miles an hour. We'll see how that compares with some of the other cars.
Our McLaren just seems to be completely planted at the moment.
It is on rails.
Oh, it's on the good rails.
As on rails as you can get for driving in the rain, I suppose.
Yeah.
So because CJ's actually on track, I'll be the one calling the flag for this particular session. Hello to Wake in the chat.
Is on a faster lap.
Yes, they're quarter of a second up. We'll go through the chat and stuff after qualifying, I think, during the break period. But nice having you guys all along. There's currently 8 of you. Like and subscribe and all that other jazz.
If you dislike, you're a melon.
I completely agree with that statement. So Ollie's going on to a lap. They'll be able to get this one and possibly one more in. They
Freezy
reset
John
the
goes
pits from the
personal
damage.
best. That's a 150.5. Not enough to break Barracuda's time, or enough to get within 1 second.
Yes, and of course, CJ is carrying ballast, as is TKS. The thing with Barracuda,
TKS
their first race,
1 now.
Barracuda, this being their first race, don't have any success ballast, so that could also be playing a part as they crush the competition with a 148.777.
Ouch.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Do we know the LM track record around?
The track record, that's a fair point. That'll be somewhere. Now we don't actually take times from qualifying into the track record, but it'll be interesting to know that regardless.
If the qualifying time is way over, as Barracuda's even going faster now, he's got slipstream from TKS.
Well, the thing as well is also
way over
the rain. The track record was set in the dry, I believe, so it's it's pretty irrelevant. It does seem to be very interesting though. Cars making their way through. It's going to be Spooky setting, well, rather going on to a lap. That was an outlap for them. Are they coming into the pits again? No. Okay.
They're actually on a lap now.
As Ollie goes third.
We have 20 seconds left of the session now. You want to be ready with that flag, unless you want me to do it.
I can do it just fine, don't worry. Now, will TKS make it? It's going to be close. I don't quite think they will. But we'll see.
Yeah, Barracuda behind is going to be in the same predicament.
Yep, TKS misses it by quite a bit.
TKS misses it. Barracuda goes on with a... that was a slower lap for them at 1.96. John's coming around now for his final lap. He's 1.7 off Barracuda. Barracuda not having any of that success ballast.
Of course, ballast will play a very key role here in the rain as well, with the difference in stopping power.
Oh, 100%. Those brakes are going to be worked by the end of this race. And that's assuming that GT can go in the way.
Yep, the LMs are going to have to be extra cautious when lapping on the race. Spooky
John's
will be the next
doing
across the line.
best second sector there. He's on a bit of a fast lap. I don't think it's going to be enough to derail Barracuda's time, but it's surely one to watch.
Here is Spooky Lukey, then, currently 5th, currently yet to set a representative time, actually, which is quite strange. We'll see where they come up, making their way towards the start-finish line. They jumped 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, the time's glitched for me. It says it's a 208.592 on my screen, but it's actually...
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's
there
not
we are,
there.
it's a 151.8. It's a 151.828.
Thank you for that. CJ did improve. It's a 150.567, but again, it's only good enough for...
Still not close to Barracuda.
Second, rather. 6th? There's only 5 cars.
And so we start our break period.
I think there's one more car that's going around. Who is that?
Is there? Is that TKS?
It is TKS.
Yeah,
TKS
TKS.
has...
He missed the flag.
He did, so I'm going to take the screenshot before he crosses the line. Don't think it was an improvement anyway. Extra practice in. So that takes us to the break period.
Everyone's favourite period.
So
course, the
let's-
least favorite we're not really allowed to talk to about here.
So let's address some of the people in chat. Hello to Amuda. Hello to Arama, I believe that is, based on that last name. And also, it does help me. He did say Arama here. So that gives it away. Hello to CJ. Hello to me in the chat. Hi, me. Hello to Tribe.
Why are you in the chat?
I was speaking to CJ through there about the flags and stuff. I know. Hello to Sota as well. Good having you along here today. Hello to Tomsoft.
Yeah, Tomsoft's in here.
And hello to D-Look as well.
TSR Wake.
Wake, yes. Season 5 at Tokyo was very interesting. That was a different layout.
Martine is also here.
We raced this layout back in Season 4. Hello to Mr. Huizen, indeed, TSR Martin. And Team NRQX. Again, apologies, I do forget names and user accounts and stuff. Hello to NWR Server. That's someone part of the New Wave Racing team. Whether that is Spooky Lukey or not, I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll tell us.
Well, they're here to cheer for Lukey, so I imagine not.
And Joe's already.
TSR Wake had a bit of something to say. Well, the race we delayed because of weather conditions and concluded with 2 laps behind the safety car.
We'll have to see about that one, Chief. At the moment, the conditions don't look like they're worsening.
We're not governed by the FIA.
It doesn't look like the conditions are worsening at the moment, so there's that.
And Tomsoft just saying about that people who make poor life decisions do not cheer for TSR.
It's an interesting theory there. I'll keep that in mind.
Server's formerly part of NWR.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome to the stream, regardless. So nice having you along. And CJ saying that's AC. I assume he's referring to NRQX, whether that is Armored Core or Air Conditioner, as he's also known.
I'm not going to comment on that one, but sure, I could do with an air conditioner.
It's not that warm today.
Hey,
Swablu has decided to leave, even though he's not on the track, so Joe can set the grid properly. Oh, great. You love to see it. Again, if you're enjoying the stream so far, be sure to leave a like. Share it with your friends and family, if they are motorsport inclined. Yes, or else. That's a very good addition to that. The stream today brought to you by, I believe this is grapefruit juice. Don't know the brand, but still.
Well, you would think that you would know the brand, considering you have it with you. But...
yeah, it's probably like Robinson's or something like that. Anyway, shout out Robinson's, even if it's
sponsored by Robinson's. We don't care, it's sponsored by Robinson's now.
Predictions in the chat. What do you think's going to happen? How many safety cars?
Tomsoft just making a joke, but it does not correlate with today.
Lewis Hamilton winning is Tomsoft's prediction based on that.
Spooky Lukey's in the chat. Wake just saying the grapefruit juice is great, although they are talking about grape.
It's funny that
Server is
grapefruit.
cheering for Lukey because he's my BF. I imagine that means boyfriends. Congratulations.
Or best friend. You never know.
It could be both.
It could be.
Could be in the friend zone and not in the friend zone.
So I think we're just waiting. Is Swablu back?
Bottle Job's here as well to say hi.
Ah, yes. Hello, Sir Bottle Job. Nice having you on. We're currently up to 12 viewers. I think we peaked at 13 earlier. Nice having
Oh, we should
that
peek
along.
at something more, because we are actually doing motorsport that's driving today. Tomsoft has a prediction of 2 safety cars.
Well, I have the procedure up on my phone to follow, so that's always useful to have in advance.
And if you don't do it, I will.
Well, let's hope everything's clean today. Surprisingly enough, in previous Tokyo Expressway races, although they have been in the dry, they have been surprisingly clean.
Ollie's just asking in the in-game chat, where do we go green? The timing line? I believe there is a decently big start zone around here.
Yes.
Considering the straight. Server also predicting 2 safety cars. Bottle Job lurked both spar splits, so presumably saw Amuda's death via me. I'm still sorry for Amuda about that one.
Oh, fantastic. It's great having so much quote-unquote fan interaction, most of you competitors, but still.
I mean, why can't the competitors be fans, eh? And as they're using Swablu going in reverse.
Oh, what a surprise
on my
that is.
screen at least, anyway. Absolutely hilarious.
There he is on the mini-map.
In case the other safety car's bin, you will need 2, says Wake. Well, the good thing is, I'm not driving one. I was going to, but then I got held at gunpoint. What? Amuda died twice, Bottle Drop. Amuda died twice. Both of them, hilariously, included me. Amuda predicts no safety cars. Only multiple single car incidents, because that seems to be a bit of a controversy this season. I mean, it should have happened on multiple occasions, in my opinion. But, yeah. To be fair, their Amuda crash probably should have been a safety car. Because it was technically a 2-car collision.
It was, but there wasn't enough damage in order to warrant it, unfortunately. It was the same case. It was the same case with the Joe incident at
If it was a real incident, would you have deployed the safety car?
Well, if it was a real incident and Amuda was like injured or something, then maybe. But
Well,
what was that I just
consider,
saw?
Did you not consider that his avatar was injured?
That's an interesting theory. I'll keep that in mind for future reference.
Consider injuries. The Price is Right rule: closest under, don't go over. Sir Bottle Job says free safety cars.
Okay, I think we're about ready to around 8 minutes, something like that.
If your mic sorts itself out, then we will be ready to go.
Okay, I think it's better now. Thanks for notifying me.
It is better now. Wake's saying that CJing it is a thing here because there's no grass.
Yeah, so CJ has an advantage in that sense. Sorry about that. I don't know why my microphone does that, whether it's a fault of the wire or something on occasion.
It's a beatbox mic, as Wake says. And Amuda's saying all we can hear is crunch. I don't know how crunch relates to this. All I can seem to hear is utter death and annihilation.
Yep.
Then again, we're about to see utter death and annihilation.
This is going to go so well. We're going to talk to the grid after I do this initial bit.
Only the best. Simply the best. As you can see, the chat grid for this freaking race.
Such a large grid as well today. 12 cars.
Well, not as big as what we prefer. You know, we'd like a full grid every now and then. So we have 32 racing laps, and here they go. Slowly as they reach.
Oh,
Muda is rooting for TKS in LM and Wyber in GT.
so while we've got a little bit of time, we'll talk ourselves through the grid. So we've got BNR Barracuda on pole position in the LM category. Lining up behind him is Crazy John. Third place is Ollie Polly. Fourth place is Spooky Lukey, and rounding out the back of the LM category is TKS. It is D-Look on pole position for the GTs, Tomsoff in second, Joe in third for the Team Compact Racing, Wybear in fourth, Swablu in fifth, Championship leader Freddude in sixth, and in seventh it is AXR Group.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of a run-up field today. I mean, all of them really great races in their own rights. Of course they are. They're in pro split. Obviously, CJ not exactly understanding what 2 car lengths is, but you know, we'll just sort of gloss over that.
I'm just going to say as well, careful with the weaving. Thota is sort of memeing, saying that they should have an oval racing tunnel. Well, that would be quite novel, hey? So far, everything seems to be A-okay. Some of these guys are still weaving, trying to just keep the tire temperatures up. But again, that increases the risk of you spinning out on the formation lap.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Nor at all. Everyone just trying to, you know, conserve their hybrid. Well, CJ doesn't have to. Ollie Polly is using a bit of it. Spooky Lukey not having to use any, but TKS sort of just chilling back there with his. So I have a feeling this is going to be a non-hybrid track a bit more. Amuda just copying the FIA, saying that there's too much spray and there should be a red flag. Unfortunately, that's not how we work. We can see through it, therefore they can see through it. But anyway, it's now time for the LM category to form up. And in fact, it's time for the GT category to form up right behind them as well.
Yep. Here we go then. Things are about to get spicy. I think that's everything in terms of the procedure. So where will Barracuda go green? He can go anywhere between the start of the pit wall and the timing line itself. No overtaking before the timing line, of course, even if you do get a jump. Best to let someone go back by. We're about to get racing here for round 4 of NES Season 6 here at the Tokyo Expressway. Green any second now. It is green, green, and the cars are off. A fantastic launch by the Audi of Ollie Polly with the hybrid.
Ollie Polly right behind Barracuda now. Gotta be very careful because of that spray now.
They're weaving a bit. I think the Alpines are side by side as the GT start is also getting underway. Let's hope
that's
everyone
D-Luck going away pretty well. They're trying to go 3 wide right behind them as well.
And the LM's just about clean. Oh no, Spooky spun to the inside. He's picked up damage, but it is a single car incident. And the GTs, oh no, the GTs. Oh no, the GTs. Is everyone okay? Ah! I think everyone's okay. Oh.
think. I'm just gonna go through the field and make sure of that now.
Yes, the GT seemed to be fine. Spooky Lukey was the only one, and he seemed to light up the rears on exit of the first part of the Oi Junction. So,
yeah,
by
he's
himself.
got the suspension and front aero damage now. That's not what he wants at all.
Now, something he might try is stay out until he's got enough of a gap on the GTs so he can pit and come out ahead of them. Because if he goes into the pits and comes out behind the GTs, that is going to be absolute chaos this early on.
Oh yeah, it is. Barracuda just holding out that first place now then.
He's extending the gap. It is around 2 seconds or so. The Audi gets a bit of extra speed on exit with that hybrid system being quite potent.
Yeah, TKS is just slipstreaming John now. There may be a bit of a move coming past the start-finish line as we go on to officially lap number 2.
Spooky has
and Spooky
left.
has DNF'd.
Oh, that is extremely unfortunate to see. We're down to 4 LM cars. As CJ has managed to get a bit away from TKS on the straight. We're going to cut back to the GTs for a bit. As D-Look has a 1.3 second gap over Joe. And Tomsoft is looking very close behind their half teammate. And makes the move stick.
And Groot is chatting. I'm not sure what's exactly happened there. I don't know why.
There must have been an incident between these guys. Into the pits.
Yeah. There's three lots of damage. There's engine and aero. There might be calls for a safety car here. Honestly, that might be a call for a safety car.
Yes.
If enough damage is caused.
Yes, that is right. MD wasn't called, is the thing.
MD wasn't called, no. AXR Groot could have pushed a safety car there, though.
That's the thing. We're gonna have to stay green here just because of that.
TKS drifting around that final hairpin, sort of throwing on a show. 2 seconds between Crazy John and TKS now, and it's 1.6 between John and Ollie Polling. Barracuda pulling out now coming to a full second gap.
The thing is
Meanwhile,
also
TSR Joe 2 guy is right behind Tomsoft, his teammate.
A safety car restart this early on would also be more risky than letting the race continue, is another thing to factor in with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, MD is the official call. It is on the thread.
Yeah, if it would have had to be an MD.
I know it's another point of controversy this season. There's been plenty, I know.
He should have called an MD instead of trying to call someone out. The Spooky Lukey now out of this race. Unfortunate for Server, who was here supporting them.
Whereabouts are the LM leaders? Barracuda is making their way through the Shibara Junction, and I think they're about to come up and lap. Groot is that? Spooky's back.
Spooky Lukey's rejoined. Yeah, Groot is going to be the first one to be lapped by Barracuda, mainly because of the crash that we didn't exactly see.
It was difficult to tell. One thing that I did notice was Bear didn't get any damage. But whether there was contact or not, we just missed it on the replay.
It'll have to be discussed after racing the incidents then, as Barracuda's now coming up to lap.
That's another key thing. Even if it isn't called a safety car, or even if a safety car isn't called, I should say, it could still well be a penalty, is something to note.
Yes, it could.
So it isn't completely unjust in that sense.
Yeah, it's YB is just attempting now to come into the slipstream of Fred Dude. That could get pretty feisty on the main straight.
Yep, CJ also quite close to Ollie Polly, but we will cut over to Fred Dude and YB and Swablu. So 3 different teams.
Yeah, Swablu right behind, I failed to mention.
We're going to go on board here into the braking zone. Swablu braking nice and safely and early. That's how you do it at this circuit. Make sure you don't brake too late by braking slightly early and then just letting the brake not fully on pressure. So you don't
sorry
end
to
up
have to cut in, but we have some news from New Wave Racing. Lukey's Wi-Fi unfortunately did die.
Oh!
Which is the actual reason for the DNF.
I was going to say, because it would be very strange otherwise, because having an incident and then leaving, that would normally indicate a rage quit, but if it was legitimately Wi-Fi, then fair enough. Apologies again to Spooky for the unfortunate circumstances.
Meanwhile, Fred Dude and YB still going at it. YB was alongside Fred Dude, managed to pull it out. And YB now is just sort of going held up by Fred Dude. There's nothing much that they could do, not too many places to overtake. Spooky Lukey just saying in the YouTube chat, sorry if they caused any crashes. I do not believe you caused any crashes to any of the drivers, Lukey.
Yeah, it was just you by yourself there, so don't worry about it.
YB's got a bit of a run on Fred Dude now going into this chicane.
Yeah, it's tricky because Fred Dude's car, it's the heaviest because of the success ballast, and that, of course, is going to be holding up YB immensely. And the Hyundai's good on the straight.
Fred Dude sort of has the cornering power because of how heavy his car actually is.
What, the literal downforce because of the weight?
Yeah.
It'll be causing the car to slide a bit more, but...
He's got a bit more stability having a bit more weight on there. It's sort of helping him through the corners.
You just
it
tap
won't
the
so
wall.
much through the straight, but the corners, absolute masterclass. As YB now has the run into the chicane, he's going to dive it down the inside. Yes, he is.
We're going to have
just going wide there as well. That's going to be a bit naughty if Fred Dude was trying anything else. And Fred Dude stays ahead. That may have been strategic because YB has now got the better exit and going down on the left-hand side. This is going to be a drag race for T1.
Yep, I'm just catching this on replay. We're up to 15 viewers. Yes, it was YB just out-braking himself on the inside, and Fred getting a nice cutback, and yeah, a bit of a swap and change of lines. Looking in the slipstream as well, going on board with YB. The LM should be coming up to lap these guys relatively soon. I think that might actually be happening up ahead.
Yeah, YB and Fred Dude, that battle is not gonna stop. And Fred Dude, YB diving it up the inside at T1, this time looking to make the move actually done.
Does he get it stopped? He does, but Fred Dude back to the inside. YB's gonna have to leave him space. There's a bit of contact, but not into the wall. Still side by side they run, as I think YB does have to slot back in. Blue flags as the LMs are coming through. I think Barracuda's already got by these guys.
Barracuda's already through.
He's just got D-Look to go, and he's done it.
The next one to come around. Going to be lapping Swablu before they get to the YB Tomsoft. Well, sorry, not the Fred Dude and YB battle. Just coming up behind now is Ollie Polly. They're gonna have to stay there. And Fred Dude sort of getting in the way there as stuck in traffic is Ollie Polly.
These LM cars have got to be very patient through that particular section because in the rain there's pretty much only one line through there. But
yeah, TKS really barging their way through YB as well. And Swablu is now making a move on YB. YB has dropped back from Fred Dude.
So, will Swablu be able to get it on the inside?
Not be a dive. He's just playing it safe. Got plenty of time down the straights as long as they stay in the slipstream.
There's enough of a hybrid punch from Ollie Polly's Audi R8, R18 rather, to keep him out of slipstream range for CJ going onto the straight. That's an interesting thing to look out for, because it looks like CJ gets to the point where he gets close to overtaking him going into the Oi junction, but not quite enough. We're going to see. It's going to be close again. There's another GT
yeah,
there,
the
that's
gaps have
Tomsoft.
sort of settled down now. There's not really anyone close together until John and Ollie Polly. John trying to send it up the inside, just about not hitting Ollie Polly in front in that Audi. He was looking for a hell of a move there.
Is there a slow car at the hairpin?
As well. Slow car at the hairpin?
No, that's just Groot a bit far back.
That might just be Groot.
I didn't know. I just looked at the arrow on the track.
Going on the way, Crazy John just about held it from going on the left-hand side wall, and he almost hits the right-hand side for good measure.
He's lost a lot of time
He's
there.
lost a bit of time.
We're going to see a replay of this, making their way through. Yeah, that's a really awkward place to catch a GT. It's just before the Ginza chicane. He manages to get by, but it did compromise his line, so he couldn't carry as much speed as he would have wanted. Crucially, he kept it out the wall.
There we are then, Barracuda, he now has an 18-second lead to Ollie Polly. Absolutely amazing. Still plenty of tyre life to go as well.
Just looking at
this
fuel
may be
usage,
a no-stop.
TKS and Barracuda are looking the worst on fuel for the LMs at the moment, by quite a bit. At the moment, it's looking like it could just be a battle for second in that category. Let's tune into the GTs again. So D-Look is still leading.
Swablu's right behind Wybe.
We're going to cut over to the
right behind, going into these the pit straight. Fred dude up there as well.
Yep, here we are then on board with Swablu. Will he be able to get past the RCZ of Wybe? Wybe holding the middle lane. He pulls out of the slipstream, but it looks like the BMW just can't get it.
Momentum. It's really hard when you pull out that slipstream to actually make the move done. You need all of the straight line speed that you can, and you just can't get it when you're out there. The water just slows you down. You're going offline. There's more water out there.
It looked like he was looking at least to do something on the inside line, but decided better of it in the end.
Yeah, sort of bided time. Wybe could make a mistake. Swablu could try overtake and make a mistake. Really just trying to safely get around the track. As Ollie Polly and Crazy John are now battling again within 1 second of each other, going into the hairpin.
Expect the gap to increase though on hairpin exit as the hybrid R18 puts the power down.
Yeah, that Alpine is going to be a bit of a rocket on the straight though. It's really up to corner exit. As you say though, Polly really just going ahead now. It's 1.4 and increasing.
Yep. And it's just about now that
Swablu and Wybe battle is starting to close up on Fred dude now. This could be a 3-car battle for 8th place.
Indeed, they're making their way down towards the Shiodome hairpin, and it looks like Swablu does have a run on the downhill.
Maybe a bit of a dive here. It will be a bit of a dive here.
There's a bit of contact.
Sort of aquaplaning on the inside, bit of contact there, and it's really up to who can get the traction here.
That was nicely done.
Just drop back.
Oh, into the wall for Swablu.
Yeah, Swablu just created some sparks, not the sparks where we expected them. And Wybe's on the right-hand side now, making the move.
Nukeshot damping technology right there. I'm again going to credit it to that. for the extra speed. Nicely done. And now the BMW will struggle to get back past again, as we saw the lap before.
Yeah, the BMW just sort of is just sort of lapping on the straight compared to that Peugeot, especially in the wet. In the slipstream, it doesn't really matter, but as soon as they pull out, it's all just lacking on speed. They need to get it in the corners, as they do. Oh, almost spinning there, almost tagging YB. Really stuck in a situation there.
Opportunistic,
Almost
great
in
racing.
the wall. This is exactly what we wanted to see at Spa, but didn't get. So here's your alternative.
I'm just going to check a bit further up the road. I think Freddy's got a little bit more of a gap. Joe is pretty much by himself, as is Tomsoft, and as is D-Look. So pretty much the only close battle in the GTs is for this 9th and 10th overall.
Wow, it's coming up to 8th as well. Fred Dude's about to be dragged into this battle. It's only... It's just outside slipstream range for YB. He really could pull up here.
Yeah, I think it is
as he just pulls into it.
I think it is that section of the circuit on the south of the minimap that the high end eye loses a lot of its time because of the ballast. And that has allowed really YB to
here comes all of us. Fred Dude is his livery not displaying his racing number properly as YB goes for the inside, and Swablu just sort of being bogged down there by Fred Dude trying to cut back across. Really up to traction here, going down the straight, and Swablu looks as if he may miss out on this battle now.
A little bit of slipstream braking going on. So that is Widebet up to 4th in the GT category, Freddy down to 5th, and Swablu still in 6th, as there's overtaking going on at last in the LM category, I think. But also some, as Freddy does get back past Widebet, I think it was Ollie. Has Ollie got damage? He has! Ollie Polly has got damage!
How did that happen?
We're gonna see.
He's got 4 lots of damage here.
This must have been by himself. Did he carry too much speed? There's a car. There's a GT. Please tell me it wasn't as the GT was being lapped. Oh, it was! He got nearly squeezed into the wall.
If he doesn't, he just needs to say MD, and this may end up being a safety car.
Well, he hasn't.
Unfortunately, I don't think he will go MD.
Yeah, I think he thinks that he's just going to get to the pits and repair that one then. I don't know if there was any damage to Groot, is the thing. No, there wasn't.
If Groot wanted to call the ND, he could have, though. Not for himself, but he could have called it.
That's the second time that we've seen damage, but no one's saying MD.
Barracuda's coming up to lap the Swablu YB and Fred Dude battle now. This is not gonna go very well. Fred Dude managing to be in front of all of them, and he goes into the wall. Does he get any damage from that? No, he does not.
Swablu's gonna go around the outside of the second part of the Shibara Junction. What a move there by TSR Swablu. Here it was on board.
That's sort of what those TSR guys are for.
So why they're just clipping the outside wall, and what a move, managing to hold that around the outside.
Yeah, Kanoi in chat, Kanoni, sorry, in chat, asking if the race director can call a safety car by themselves.
I can, however, when one car has damage, I won't call it by myself.
Oh, we should change that. Competition caution.
There we go, competition caution.
As Sota is saying, NASCAR, give the money back. Competition caution. Throw it out.
For a safety car to be called, it has to be necessary, if you catch my drift.
Just throw it out at lap 22. The lols.
Oh dear. It's an interesting theory. Why are they back ahead of Swablu on the straight? Yes, 10th lap of racing, as TKS into the pits. So TKS has damage? When did that happen?
Since when?
Okay, I don't know how this would have happened. Another one that didn't call MD, and we don't even have the replay. That's the main thing for people calling MD, is as soon as they type MD, I can check the replay.
Type it.
Because as soon as they type MD, because that's a relatively fast thing to type, then I can instantly set the replay marker and see the full incident.
Tried racing, we're nearly halfway through our safety car. Wow, we almost had 3 of them now. Just no MD called.
I think that might have just been TKS damage by
the wall there, Swablu right behind Wyber, he's got nowhere to go.
Juicy stuff. Now this is around the section that Swablu went around the outside before.
Wyber's hit the wall as well, I don't know whether he's actually got damage from that.
He hasn't, he's somehow avoided it. Oh! Bit shaky on exit, Swablu's got to run on the downhill.
And right behind him now is Crazy John in second place, just coming up to the battle, he's got nowhere to go.
Swablu around the outside! Can he make it work? Doesn't look quite like it. And the crucial thing for CJ, he's catching on the straight.
Now on the straight. As he, he just stopped him from spinning there as well.
That's going to put him out of slipstream range, isn't it? Is that out of slipstream range? Not quite for Swablu, and now he is out of slipstream range. That could be the break Wyber needed there.
Yeah, Swablu just had a really bad time there. John squeezing him out, trying to get the slipstream from Wyber as well.
Oh, fantastic sliding we just saw from TSR Tomsoft on the exit of the Oi Junction. Look at that! Fantastic car control.
And Canoni wants Swablu to take out John.
Hashtag no bias.
If you're listening, Swablu, don't do that. Unless you want to do that, you're a penalty point.
Yeah, and a race ban if it's deliberate. Yeah. Could even be a series ban if it's deliberate. We saw what happened. Well, I don't think you were around back then, but there was one guy at Monza that took out revenge.
In this season because Dredgen got me in. By the way, I haven't seen Dredgen in the track yet.
What a peasant.
Absolute disgusting behaviour. Typical job just saying that if Swablu's going to make a meaningful pass, he'll have to be on the brakes at turn 1. Well, he's 1.3 seconds on closing now. Fred Dude and Wyber starting to have a bit of an onion barging.
Using my catchphrases now, are we?
Well, indeed.
Going on board with TSR Swablu, down towards the Shiodome hairpin. Wyber going a little bit defensive through there. Oh, bit of a nudge.
That's no damage on either cars though.
Yep.
It was just a little bit of a nudge in the braking zone. Wyber not exactly hindered by that.
Yep.
Although those cars are, they were all in slipstream range of each other.
Yeah, if anything, Swablu sort of ruined that for himself. Yeah, having
Swablu's got
time.
a bit more wear than the cars in front on the rear tyres. I'm not sure whether that would play anything into it at this stage.
What's also pulling Wyber away from Swablu is the fact that Wyber's in the slipstream of Fred. He's not getting that much on the high-end eye, but it is definitely pulling him away with the BMW.
Yeah, the high-end eye just can't go away from that Peugeot. It must be those Nukeshot dampers, as you say.
Typical stuff.
Fred Dude obviously using royalty tech.
Oh, of course.
Or at least being paid by royalty. As we know that.
Now, some teams have actual sponsorships.
Like me.
Yes, indeed.
Actual sponsorship.
Making the way towards... Oh, a little bit of a wall tap from Wyber.
On your bargee.
That wasn't contact between cars, that was just him going into the guardrail from what I saw. There's an LM coming up, that is TKS, who's currently third. Making his way through. And Yep, nicely done. But be very careful. The one-stop seems quite easy for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, it's up to fuel more than it will be for tyres. The tyres seem like they'll go the entire way.
Yeah, I don't think TKS fueled up at all from when they got damage and came into the pits. So that was just a damage repair.
Oh, Fred do going pretty wide there. That's kind of why they come in.
Yes.
And why they almost has a moment on the exit as well, so Fred keeps the place.
Now watch this R18. That R18 there of Ollie Polly might potentially... Oh, it's in the wall! What on earth? Did they pick up damage from that? No. I was gonna say it could have gave Swablu the bit of slipstream to catch up to the cars ahead that they need.
We are Whitebird. Whitebird does turn out, but it's not going to be another momentum to the past.
I can only say someone's using a spear hook. I think that's Fred dude they were on about there with the reference. That could indeed cost him the Hall of Fame. Unbelievable scenes. We need to have a Royalton livery on the grid for livery week in a couple of weeks' time. Someone do that, please.
If you call me at a good time, I'll switch my livery around.
Fantastic. So Fred dude managing to stick ahead for now. No more calls, well, no calls at all still for MD, so that implies that there hasn't been any other incidents.
Wow.
That's the thing, that's why we have the MD call, is so I can actually be notified when there is an incident. Because I can't catch everything live. Struggle catching anything live really, but still. Whereabouts is Barracuda? They are 35, nearly 36 seconds up the road from Crazy John. And Purple on this lap, they currently have the fastest lap of the race of 48.664. We currently have 15 viewers, so be sure to leave a like if you're enjoying the action so far. Juicy, pretty much all of this. And it's gonna stay that way. TKS about to lap GT leader D-Look as D-Look comes into the pits. So this is around the halfway mark for the GTs.
Well, I imagine it's gonna take on some hard times.
Yes, and also you can see, we mentioned the smooth road surface. Look how little the wet tyres have worn.
Yeah, and Joe 2 guy also comes into the pits.
You know, okay, mad speculation theory here. What if someone doesn't take tyres because of how little the wear is and saves a bit of time in the pits? Is it worth it?
I mean,
probably not.
I mean, at the moment it does look like
It's probably short-term gain, long-term loss, to quote the movie Cars.
Well, we just have to see about it, because if it does end up being a two-stopper because of fuel, then taking no tyres on one of those stops can actually be worth it.
D-Look have actually rejoined ahead of Fred and Y-Bear, who have yet to make their stops, so very efficient work there by the Paradox Sim Sport crew.
Barracuda coming behind the pack as well.
We're going to go on board with Barracuda just to see how they do with the lapping of the traffic. To the outside, and the outside again. That's nicely done by the LM car, letting the GTs have the predictable racing line. And then catching D-Look, another great place. Yeah, switching to the inside. That is textbook lapping.
That's how it should be done.
Yeah, just scraping the rails in places. Maybe he's just taking the paint off with the extra weight. There's no green on the car, so no plasma dynamics. So maybe that is an effective strategy. Got around a 40-second lead.
And again, John has pit, Barracuda has not yet.
Everyone is really spaced out. Literally the only battle... I know we keep focusing a lot But the only close battle on circuit at the moment is Fred Dude and Y-Bear for effectively 4th in the GTs. Tomsoft into the pits, as Y-Bear manages to make the move stick in the Shiodome hairpin. Race leader Barracuda in, yep.
And Fred Dude to the right. Y-Bear seems to actually work as fast as possible out in that battle.
Yep, but crucially, Tomsoft will not have to pit again. So this battle in between Fred Dude and Y-Bear has really cost them a lot of time compared to the cars that were ahead of them. If they managed to pit and only come out that far back.
Y-Bear's going for the blow.
To the inside, and he gets it done!
Fred is going to pit either this or next lap. He's got the water in this car.
Again, we know the high-end eye, although it's good on the straights, is a bit thirsty in the engine department.
Yep. Y-Bear's going for 2 laps to the
I think you're a little bit quiet now, Lynx. I'm not sure what's gone off there. That might be just being a bit quiet, that's fine.
Yeah, it is just me being a little bit quiet.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, I think this might be the first time Y-Bear's been ahead through this middle section, so he might be able to get a bit of a gap over Fred Dude, now because he's got the less weight.
Yeah, Barracuda's coming past Tomsoft again. He's going to be coming past Fred Dude and Y-Bear shortly. Maybe going into the hairpin this time.
We're going to see some more textbook lappery, are we? Oh, that's patient, but he did go into the wall. Did Barracuda. Avoided damage. Now swapping to the other side. And on the brakes.
Oh, Y-Bear goes a bit wide on that turn.
That looked like it might have been because Barracuda sort of cut in front of them again, which would have took the downforce off, but no harm, no foul, no damage. And Fred Dude is out of slipstream range.
Now he needs to go into the pits. He is very, very low on fuel. And it looks like Y-Bear might be coming to the pits also. He does.
And it should be a bit of a shorter stop in theory for Y-Bear, given he's got more fuel in the tank, but we'll see. Sorry, I've not been able to monitor chat that much. So Bottle Job saying he thinks TK's filled up a bit, but not enough to go on, and it's going to be a long middle stint of 2 stop maybe.
Look. He is on the final 5th on his fuel, so I can't agree with that comment.
Final 5th? I think that's final quarter.
It is, so
It's fine.
I can't count.
It's okay.
But yeah, he's not going to make the end unless he gets some fuel again.
And that could put Ollie right back into the mix. Is Ollie going to be good on fuel? Oh, Ollie is definitely good on fuel. So, yeah, TKS. TKS is going to have to set some mega laps if he's going to keep that position. Because, again, with a low tyre wear, difficult to gain an advantage from an undercut.
Swobbly's being pestered by Fred Dude now. They're very close on track, and Y-Bear only just out of the slipstream right behind.
Yeah, so actually, Swobblu managing to get ahead of both of these guys, so Swobblu managing to get the undercut to work very nicely.
Yeah, Swobblu really just got a bit of a massive pass on, to be completely honest with you.
As TKS makes their way through. Again, another tricky part of the circuit to be lapping cars. Cuts back to the inside, nicely done.
Fred Dude's almost hitting that wall there on the ramp. And Sota asking whether TKS has really screwed up here. Possibly, yes.
Yes, by my calculations, yes. I'm not sure. Maybe was he planning to just do a 2-stop? I know he picked up damage in one of his earliest stints, which forced him to pit early. Maybe he should have put more fuel in the car back then and tried to go to the end from that far back, although that would have been a lot of saving.
I'm not really sure. Wiper's right on the back of Fred dude now. This could be a move.
On board again.
Right behind them is Ollie Polly coming up in Fury.
There you see on the rear wing cam as well. Charging.
Totally not going rear wing or Wiper because of the Nukeshot sponsorship.
Well, there's that as well.
Sir Bottle drops in a half a tank of fuel coming on, remaining on lap 11. Tank of the car.
Hold on a second, what happened to Swablu there? Excuse me?
I'm not sure.
He just really slowed down for some strange reason on the approach. He's not struggling for fuel. What the... I'm gonna check his inputs here. That was really strange. Did he just get off the throttle early?
I am not sure.
No, it just seemed like he was just really slow on the straight by comparison. That was really strange. But he got back ahead of Fred dude, nevertheless.
That BMW has been struggling on the streets quite a bit this race. So
I didn't think it was that bad, is the thing. But he really just got mugged, effectively, by the high-end die, but then managed to get it back. I'm going to check in on the GT leader again. The gap has come down between the top two in the GT category. D-Lux actually got damage! D-Lux has got damage! That must have been a while ago. Yeah, he's choosing to stay out, so I'm assuming he's choosing to stay out rather than pit, and he must have had that for a while because the gap has come down to 2.5 seconds. So that's allowing Tomsoft to catch up. Both of these guys predicted to go to the end of the race. So it's going to be damage limitation for D-Lux. That's a catastrophic mistake for them, but they do still have the track position. TKS about to lap Tomsoft.
Let's just say maybe wrong fuel map on the straight for Swablu.
Possibly. That is a possibility. Although it would be very surprising if they are saving that much fuel. Or like to even go onto the fuel map setting at all.
Yeah, I usually don't touch it.
Yeah, normally it's like lift and coast and short shifting. Oh, and that is D-Lux going really slow. I think that might be heavier damage. It is.
Yeah, that's both suspension on the front now.
MD.
And D. Was that perhaps within of a car?
Okay, well, we're gonna have to see. Okay, so... And... No, I'm sorry, that can't be MD. I mean, no, that can't be SC.
Damn.
There's 3 points, but 2 of them were already picked up. Is the thing. And TKS didn't get any damage themselves. That is such a cruel turn of fate. Wait, CJ's got MD.
Crazy John.
That's 2 points.
With MD now.
2 points.
Would you say that?
Was that a multiple
Save it.
car incident? What happened?
It's on his own. I'd say if there's 2 cars around with damage, I would put out the safety car first.
Yep, okay.
Let's do the damage.
I'm gonna have to call it.
Safety car? First safety car. Computer the lead is going. Let's see. Pits are pits are closed down. The safety car is done. Barracuda is slowing down.
Unbelievable scenes. So there's multiple incidents, multiple cars with damage at the same time. The pits are closed. D-Lux did manage to get in to the pits, which was crucial for them.
It Am I right in saying if they do have damage, they can enter the pits and go in?
They can call for emergency service, yeah.
Tom's just asking whether he should be on 62 mph. D-Lock really got lucky there. And John just on the back of Barracuda now. He's not going into the pits for that damage. He should do at some point when the pits are opened.
Whoa!
So TKS next, he's coming around the hairpin with Ollie Polly behind. TKS has no fuel. I can confirm that he does have a fuel warning we may have selected. And he stays out.
The pits reopen once everyone's caught up is the thing.
So TKS has now been given the emergency service. Next lap.
Yeah, because he's past the pits. That's the thing.
That's very unfortunate for him as he's catching the lap leader. Ollie behind them.
Got a bit of scrolling to do here.
Fairness, TKS may just make this, and this, if I'm going to be completely honest, and going off of Sir Bottle Jobs race, well, and just going on to what Sir Bottle Jobs said, this safety car will help TKS's race a lot. Groot will be pretty happy as well. He'll be right on the back of the pack. And the GT is just catching up now. Emergency service was a crazy jump. The damage repair.
Apologies if I'm not speaking a lot. There's a lot of stuff to go through with this.
Well, our commentator has something to go through.
Everyone should be maintaining their positions, of course, on the safety car. This also brings Groot into the mix again.
We haven't seen too much of
Has CJ overtaken the
CJ's asking now only damage.
Yeah, that was just for him typing. That's fair enough. He'll let Barracuda go by. I was wondering what was going on.
So Rogers will have to go for a little bit. Pits are reopened properly. And that will be when Groot joins up to the pack. 54 seconds in now.
Yeah, because Groot hasn't caught up yet, that means that the pits are still going to be closed for now, but CJ will be allowed to come in to repair the damage only, and TKS as well for the fueling up to 10%.
Let's make sure they stay as they do. And I'll be then joining back right behind the GT.
So, the first safety car of the season. Yep, TKS does fuel up enough.
And with a jump straight back out, just in front of TKS again. And now, who's coming in right behind the so I should say they should be this
Yes. So this will be for any kind of service. Ah. That's a fair point. Yeah, he took the emergency service fuel, but it would probably benefit him if he did just take on that full tank afterwards.
Martin, just saying hello again. It looks to me like John will have to pit again for fuel to the end, just like TKS. Luckily, they shouldn't lose too much time.
It's been such a long time since we had one of these. But there was enough chaos going off in order to warrant it this time. By my race directing standards, at least.
Let's be honest, I said pretty clearly if there's two incidents, I would have involved myself.
Yep. The thing is as well, being a race director, it's like being a referee in football. I've said this multiple times. People are always going to disagree on their decisions, but at the end of the day, you just have to sort of go by what they say. And this is just how I'm doing this.
Okay, Dredgen is in the chat, and John just saying to everyone that I quote here, I hope your discs break.
Oh, is that his game disc or his brake discs?
Both.
Oh, probably both, yes.
And Wake just asking, is this Spa F1 2021?
CJ, why are you typing? You're racing, you're not meant to be typing in chat.
Mood just grassing on them again.
Oh dear.
John's just saying that people who play Destiny are not allowed to talk. Well, I'm allowed to talk as much as I want.
We were up to 16 viewers there. Again, be sure to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying the action so far.
He said that he threw his GT Sport disc after top host took him out to Nürburgring last season. And we should be racing aren't allowed to talk either, says Dredgen. This is very fun to watch. DKS shouldn't go fuel all this time. His name is John. There they go, they're on the correct side and blinkers on. DKS almost rear-ending as it seems.
So some probably choosing to stay out, are they? Or not?
Someone's saying, someone's going in.
Ollie's in?
Ollie. John's coming in too, TKS is also.
So all the LMs?
Into second.
We do have a reshuffle once all these guys come out of the pits again.
Yeah. Konami just saying that people should be charged by that. That's just not all. No worries, on Nukeshot Media. Sponsored this week by Robinsons.
Indeed. Some good grapefruit juice here once again.
still don't know whether it's Robinson's or Samba.
Yep, who knows? Yeah, we know that Lynx is a little bit quiet at the moment. It's fine. Okay, provided no one gets damaged, we should be going green at the end of this lap.
Well, hopefully. We've just seen the north right in the tunnel is lit. Maybe it is. And in the pit stop malarkey, TKS is ahead of John. John taking more fuel, tyres with lots, and TKS taking enough fuel to last the end with tyres as well. That's Ollie Polly almost right back with Barracuda there as well. Hopefully she can go green this time round. And I said very clearly there, if no damage, green this time by.
I don't want to jinx this again, but so far it's gone quite smoothly, this procedure.
Well, this is the first time this season is happening.
Predictions in chat now that everyone has closed back up again. Barracuda's lead has certainly been trimmed down.
Mood, you're just saying that CJ will crush again. Dredgen also saying that CJ will bid. Ooh, what was that? That was the D-Lock in the wall there. No, it wasn't. It was Fred, dude. No damage.
Oh! There's a spin!
Barracuda's round. Should we... That's catastrophically worrying there. Am I right in saying you won't be able to overtake Tokyo 5 2?
Oh.
And my guess is continue. Oh, that's going well.
I'm gonna have to check for damage.
Dredgen's apparently been doxed. And to answer some questions, D-Lock did not get damage. And Barracuda said, bruh. That's some excessive use of the chat if I've seen Zokeo.
I'm gonna have to say Barracuda rejoins last in LM for that.
You'll have to. I mean, that's just how it happens. I mean, he'll be first again anyway, but, you know, that's if John doesn't completely down. John.
Any damage?
No damage reported. That's Polly now. We have to take the restart.
Well, it's going to be a shootout in the final laps.
Pits are open. Pits are open.
Yeah, technically the pits are still open, yeah.
the Discord voice channel, PC or computer with no permission to chat. You'll reach directly with the chat.
I was going to say I don't have a PC or computer.
You have a phone?
I do have a phone. There is that. But then again, I'm also doing commentary. So there's a lot of different things going off.
Well, that's why you would hire a certain person.
That would mean we have to go down to like 13 slots and all sorts.
Yeah, true.
Okay, Tomsoft is speeding up a bit to catch the LMs ahead, that's fair enough.
That's pretty fair. Dead back into the console gaming community sense. So with any luck, we will go green this time by. Hopefully a restart come lap 28. The official lap 27. Let's hope that no one spins around this time. Barracuda actually sucks that time.
Yeah, the McLaren perhaps not that good on cold tyres is why they looped it.
Yep, so Wally probably will take it now to the restart.
Here we go then. It is going to be green at last. Racing will be resuming for, I believe, 6 laps here at the Tokyo Expressway.
Holy go. Excessive weaving.
And we're off once again.
We are off. Is keeping first to the TKS for a Barracuda already overtaken TKS, Johnny 4th. Tom's being pressured behind by Joe 2 guy. Red dude. That's side by side already going into T1.
Keep it sensible, lads. I think everything's just about okay, is it? Is that CJ and TKS swapping positions a bit? CJ getting ahead of TKS?
Yeah, it is.
As Ollie Polly having to fend off Barracuda in the lead of things. Could this be a surprise win here for Ollie Polly? We'll have to see how it develops. Back to the GTs, as I think there's a battle for third, is it? No, not quite. Looked like they might have been side by side momentarily. Red Bull holds on to third. Oh, very slidey on exit, making their way to the on ramp of the Shibara Junction and just hitting the outside wall. Swablu makes up a position.
Barracuda's right on the tail of Ollie Polly at the front end.
Oh, yep.
On the straight as well.
This will be relatively easy pickings for the McLaren. Doesn't need the slipstream, thanks to it being a weaker hybrid. Makes the move stick. Now will the R18 be able to come back at him? It doesn't look quite like it. So we're going to cut back to the GTs again, momentarily. It is Tomsoft that has benefited from all of this. They are in 5th place overall and 1st in the GT category. We're up to 17 viewers.
Swablu are pretty close together, and D-Luck looks like he will be making a move on the Swablu to the right. And the boost's made.
Yes, he does get ahead. So once again the BMW's struggling on the straights. We'll see how this
That's not
develops further.
something we usually hear either. Dealer Void on the back of the dude now.
270 comments, by the way. Thanks again for being so active in chat. Be sure to leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. And it does look like the McLaren is starting to get a bit of a gap over the R18, but this is where the R18 has the punch out of the corner.
You look still pressuring Freddy back in the GT class. That, I'm going to be completely honest, that car, the Supra just looks absolutely planted right now.
It looks like Swabler's going to try and make a move, are they? No, not quite. They were looking for it. Couldn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, the BMW always been set up for cornering.
Can't quite get the run on the downhill. Maybe the brakes? Nope, not quite either. Trying a bit of a different line through the Shiodome hairpin. Things seem to have relatively settled down for these guys. Freddo's going to come under attack from the Supra of D-Look, by the looks of things. We know the Supra are very good on the straight. Same with the Hyundai though. The crucial thing, the Hyundai doesn't have any slipstream at the moment. There's not much they can do there, as the Toyota nearly hitting 180 miles an hour in the slipstream. And the move is made. Or is it? Because the Hyundai's going to come back at him. Round the outside. That was a fantastic move there by Fred, dude. Imagine to hang on the outside. Imagine to retake that play. That kind of move with the ballast he's got. That is extremely impressive.
Honestly, this back couldn't get too much better at the moment.
Is D-Look going to think about making a move? No, not yet. Maybe, I think it might just be a case of swapping around the places on the straight and trying to set yourself up for that last lap shootout to the finish line.
Yeah, Weiber and Swablu are going ahead against each other as well now.
Yes,
could be a full car battle if they close up together.
Here they are on the brakes, very close. The BMW gets, and Groot as well. Remember, Groot was completely out the equation early on. Brought right back into it.
The Hyundai really does have that top speed, that's what he needs.
He's just outside of slipstream range though. But he's still gaining.
No, he's catching.
How many laps to go? Around 2.5, or 2.25, approximately, for these guys. Barracuda into the braking zone for the Shiodome hairpin. No one's hit the barrels either, which is another good thing. That was something that was brought up on the driver briefing. Oh, purple. We could be setting a new best lap here, as CJ looks like they might be lining up some kind of a move, seeing if they can get the overspeed. I'm just thinking, oh, there's a spin! Someone has spun by themselves. Turn 2.
That would be Groot.
Groot has lost it themselves, they've picked up damage. They've managed to continue. Oh no, I think they've left the track.
Has left the track. That was a full retirement. The worst thing is we have no idea whether that was any collision with another car.
CJ, meanwhile, did manage to get the move on Ollie Polly and did get ahead, but it looks like the R18 is sticking very close behind. I'm just wondering, will the LMs catch the GTs one last time, based on the track map, as they're approaching what will be their final lap?
How a feeling they might.
I reckon
Especially
Barracuda might, yeah. Purple again. It's a 148.468, the fastest lap of the race for Barracuda. An extremely impressive drive by them. Well, apart from the spin on the safety car, but let's not talk about that right now.
I mean, they made a mistake, so what? They managed to get their car back. Swat Blue has really gone down in that BMW now.
D-Look and Fred Dude swapping positions again. They're side by side through the tunnel for what is third place. Onion Barges once again, and again the Hyundai, when they both don't have slipstream, does have the edge. Into the braking zone. It's a send from the Toyota! Do they run too deep? They do! Into the wall! Both of them in the end, as there was a bit of contact on the back of Fred Dude as well. I don't think Fred has damage. I think D-Look does. D-Look does have damage. That won't be enough for a safety car though. As we've mentioned, D-Look is able to continue. He doesn't even call MD. Up to 18 viewers. It's an exciting climax to the race. Be sure to give it a like. Consider subscribing. There'll be another race at this circuit for Amsplit, which will be even more chaos, no doubt, in a week's time.
Barracuda right on the back of the GT cars now.
We mentioned that he might be able to lap some of these guys. I don't think he'll lap all of them. He's looking to the inside. This could be crucial for some of these guys. This will be their last lap now, effectively, for Fred Dude and D-Look. So D-Look has to mega send it at this point. Hopefully not reckless.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that he doesn't make that damage worse.
Wybear into the wall. Was that damage for Wybear? It wasn't. They avoided that. I think Barracuda isn't quite gonna lap anyone else. Oh no, they might get one of the BMWs. That is Joe 2 guy. Yeah, he's gonna get Joe. Very slidey on exit. Oh, they nearly binned it out the final corner. D-Look meanwhile stays behind Fred Dude for now, but it is Barracuda taking the win here at Tokyo Expressway. In the night, in the rain, a fantastic drive by them. It'll be CJ taking second place and Ollie Polly in third. TKS will have to settle for fourth, as second place in the GT category has crossed the line. It was the Joe 2 guy. Fred Dude taking third place. Another podium for Fred. Fantastic consistency by them. Fourth was D-Look.
Home now for the win of GT.
Yep. D-Look will come home in fourth. It could have been a podium for them. It probably could have been a win for them if they didn't make the mistake in that second to last stint before the safety car. It was fifth for Wybear, sixth for Swablu, and as we mentioned, Tomsoft has a lap all to himself to soak this one up. And by soak, we do indeed mean sponges, because of how rain it has been. How rain it has been, yes, that's grammar.
That's how England works.
Oh, fantastic stuff. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. It's far from over yet. Once again, give it a like. Up to 19 viewers, I just saw momentarily. We'll go through the people in chat as well. Give you all shout outs. Nearly 300 comments. And it is climbing. through the Shiodome hairpin for the final time. Perhaps an unexpected result for him. Though he was...
To be honest with you, sorry to just cut you off,
Yeah,
we
that's
still
fine.
have to mention Lukey. Even if he did disconnect, he did a pretty good job while he was here. Just that spin.
Yes,
Just to get it back.
that's a very valid point.
He made it here. He made it here, he qualified pretty well.
And there it is, TSR Tomsoft taking the win in the GT category. Congratulations to him. And of course, congratulations to our race winner, BNR Barracuda. Pole position, fastest lap, and the race win, but it was far from straightforward.
Well, you think, I think I know what we should do next.
Interviews?
Yes. Interviews. In which case I will join you in the main chat.
Yep. Oh, what a race though, man. What a race. Everyone in chat, leave us your thoughts on what that was. We certainly enjoyed it as well. I'll just switch over. Are your final results for the race? It was BNR Barracuda taking the win. 8 seconds in the end. They managed to get over Crazy John in that final stint. Crazy John taking second place. Ollie Polly taking third. TKS going home in fourth in the end. Still valuable points. Tomsoft taking fifth overall, but of course the GT category win. Congratulations for that. Joe 2 Guy taking second place, so 2 TSR lads, albeit for different teams, technically speaking, on the podium. And Fred Dude taking yet another podium, coming home in third, even with that ballast. Fourth place was D-Look, fifth place was Y-Bear, Swablu was sixth, and Fruit was a DNF, and so was Spooky Lukey, of course. It was fastest lap for Barracuda. A 148.468. Everyone, if you could just check your mic share settings real quick.
No. Yep, mine's good.
Yeah, mine is fine too.
Oh wow, what a race that was. The first safety car showed up. Are we excited about that?
Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, I mean, note, yeah, just as a personal note to self, don't drift around the hairpins to warm up your tires.
Yeah.
Gonna spin.
At least do it with TC on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll say now is, with hindsight, I can now say that was just a flex for the fans or whatever.
You have a bit of a phone call to attend to.
Just.
It's got a new sponsor.
They're already calling him up.
CJ, what lap times were you doing?
Had to go.
CJ is dead, unfortunately. So
The CJ's is probably still in the party.
That
He's not
was-
here.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed that race.
Yeah.
So if possible, we can move on to the individual interviews. We'll start off, if we can, with BNR Barracuda.
Me.
Sorry, who was that again? Voices.
Ola, Ollie.
You know what? Okay then, Ollie. Why not? It was third place in the end for you today. You managed to get a good jump at the restart, but couldn't quite hold on at the end. Your thoughts on what was a very frantic race here today?
I think it was good. Barracuda's car is obviously, yeah, I don't know what engine he's using, but anyway, it was good. I personally thought you should have just let let us go at the first restart and let him catch up, because he was the one who made the mistake, but he would have won anyways, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, of course, is this your second race of the season, right? Because I think you were second at Spa-Francorchamps, so that's your second podium of the season. So things looking quite good for you in terms of the points.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Last season I was a couple of seconds a lap off CJ almost every race, so yeah, this is good.
Fantastic. Of course, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be going to Fuji International Speedway. Again, a very somewhat similar circuit in the fact that it also has a very, very long straight. Do you think, perhaps, though, with that sort of middle section of the lap, and especially the final sector, that the R8 team might be doing a little bit better with, of course, the hybrid system?
I'm not sure. Maybe. The top speed is not that bad, so could be good. We'll see. It depends on my setup, I guess, and most importantly on my driving. But it should be fun.
Well, congratulations on another podium here today, and we hope to see you next time out.
Thanks. Yeah. See you guys.
Who next? Who's lining up for an interview with the famous Radish?
No one.
And on that note, Swablu, you've been called up. Oh dear, Swablu. It looked like it was a very tricky race for you, especially down that start-finish straight. The M6 really lacking top speed. Was that something more to do with the setup, or like was there anything else you could have done?
So before the race, there was kind of two options: go full top speed or handling. And we went handling in the end. Probably wasn't the best decision looking back on it, but it's over now.
Well, I'm trying to think, what position were you in the end? Sixth. It was sixth in the end. I'm trying to think.
Technically not last.
Yes, actually, you were saying that. You said that you'd be doing well if you weren't, well, less with the finishers, but nevertheless, looking ahead to Fuji, will that perhaps suit the car a bit better, given it's a bit more twisty?
Last sector maybe, but then again probably just lose it all on the straight. But I'm sure we'll do our best, work on the setup, see what we can do.
Well, we wish you all the best with that, and again, hope to see you next time out. Over to who else is around? Should we do his teammate? Joe, are you around?
No.
Oh, okay. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
It was second place for you in the end. I bet you weren't expecting
It
that.
was. I wasn't really, no. A bit unexpected. With okay pace, just the issue was the tyre wear and the traction with the car. A lot of people went for top speed setups, and I think that may have helped at the end with where I was.
Yes, indeed. And of course, it was although again technically different teams, two TSR cars on the podium. It seems like a pretty good day in the office for you guys.
Yeah, it's not bad. Non-team car and the one that's leading the championship gets the win, so I think that worked out well for us. I did try to get ahead of him and pass him at the restart, but the car wouldn't have it. And then out the last corner, every lap he was pulling half a second, just out the hairpin. Like, that has good traction, we have barely anything. I'm sure the RC10's even better.
Well, again, congratulations on. Oh, sorry, you was going to continue?
Yeah, I was going to carry on about the setups, because yeah, we had the choice of the top speed or handling, but with the top speed setup we had no pace at all, we wouldn't be anywhere. It would be another second off the pace. So we had to just go for handling and basically do the best we could with it.
Right, so it's sort of like a damage limitation kind of thing for you this round then.
It is really. But it ended up being my best result so far.
Now we heard from your teammate that it might also be a little bit of pain at Fuji. What rounds remaining in the season do you think that the M6 will be quite good at?
I suppose it'd be Laguna Seca as the main one.
That's about it.
We might be good round the Porsche curves that I'm on. And the sort of mid-speed faster corners there. This circuit sort of shows up its weaknesses in the low speed and traction. So the last section of Fuji might be a bit dodgy for us. And then we have the straight.
So, again, congratulations on a fantastic podium here today, and we hope to see you in, well, you specifically, in a week's time, because you're back on commentary duty.
Oh no. I mean, I love to be in the commentary box.
Oh, don't we all?
It is a pleasure to go commentate with you, Mr. Radish, sir.
Oh dear. Let's end that interview before it gets worse. Who else is around? Pipe down, peasant.
Which baby?
Who's around, sorry?
Barracuda.
Barracuda. It was a win for you here today. After very unusual circumstances, it looked like you was gonna just, well, run away with it in the end, and until we got the safety car, and then unfortunately you lost it at the hairpin. Was that just like down to cold tires or something? Because we know that's been quite prevalent in the rain.
I demonstrated a rather dumb thing. Basically, I thought, okay, my rear tires were quite cold, and I'm not gonna risk having cold rears on the restart, because I thought we're about to go green. So I'll do a little slide out the hairpin, just get a bit of wheel spin, warm up the rears. And I got the slide, then it continued to slide, and then I went the wrong way. Then it was the wrong way, so I spin it back round, and I think I got tapped by maybe heel up, and then I went around again, and I came back round. I wound up coming back onto the tail of the LMs anyway, and yeah, basically I just had a brain fart. To put it politely.
Well, nevertheless, you managed to get the win after that. What exactly was it like setup-wise? Because at least in BOP testing for the car, we're bringing this up again now, this topic, it was very difficult to get pace out of the McLaren. So was there any tips and tricks?
The main thing I did was I increased the ride height a little bit, and as well the differential is actually quite counterintuitive to how you normally treat lift up oversteer, which I was having a lot initially. Like, it was like driving a hot hatch at first on turning. It was all over the place. Or at least you try and drive a hot hatch like you drive like a muscle car or whatever. But yeah, I got like minimum on the initial torque and then maximum on the throttle sensitivity. Then I got about halfway on braking, and it seems to really help. Like having it about halfway, just like you still get rotation, but it's at a manageable level. Is what I like. I like to have a car slightly loose, because then I know it's going to bite on the engine.
Well, it really seemed to work for you here today, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Looking ahead... Oh, no, sorry, you continue, sorry.
Oh yeah, the car honestly felt like it was on rails, especially in qualifying. Like, on the first couple laps, like on the start and then once on the restart on the safety car, I could tell it was a bit of understeer. Like at one point I had to check up pretty hard on the quick chicane. Just when I was chasing Ollie, got a little dirty air and the fronts were a bit cold. And yeah, but once everything was up on the wall again, it was just lovely to drive. I'm really happy with how the setup is. I'm probably just going to tweak it to Fuji.
Yeah, mentioning Fuji, again, a somewhat similar circuit. What are your expectations going there? Of course, you will still have that 3% of success ballast that comes from a win.
I'm reach the podium again. I don't have any really solid stuff because it's not a combo I've raced competitively before. But I've run laps and stuff, but never anything past that. So it's gonna be something to see. I feel like I'll be competitive again because the track's not too dissimilar. But yeah, all in just it's gonna be a wait and see scenario.
Well, again, congratulations on a fantastic win here today, and we hope to see you again in a couple weeks' time.
Yes, hopefully I'll be back. Yeah, really enjoyed the race though.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, have a good evening.
You too. Anyone else around? Fred, dude, are you around?
Hello.
Hi, Fred.
Hello.
What is it with you and constantly getting podiums? Like, this one came out of absolutely nowhere, might I add.
Well, I guess the safety car helped me big time on this occasion. So because I was just behind. Well, I was mostly being fourth in class, but when the safety car came out, that helped me big time to get eventually third and try to keep Dialog behind me because I knew how much faster the Supra would be in a straight line. But yeah, I managed to keep it behind me, and I'm well happy with another podium, even with the heaviest car in the grid right now.
Yeah, of course it will be another plus 1%. To Fuji again, what would your expectations be now that you very clearly have the heaviest car on the grid?
Well, just try to make use of its straight line speed as much as possible. I know maybe we'll be a bit slower on straights, maybe, but yeah, I guess I can just try to do the best I can, and if necessary I can do downshift limitation for Fuji, but we'll just see how much weight I'll be having coming into Fuji, since the weight will be halved, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic result here today, and we hope to see you out next time in a couple of weeks as well.
Sure.
Have we covered everyone that's in the party chat, or is there anyone else? Oh, you're here. Fantastic. CJ, second place.
Yes.
How enlightening. It looked like, again, Barracuda was going to run away with it, but you did manage to put up a bit of a decent fight towards the end, managing to claim back that second place. Was there anything else in the setup maybe that you could have done to increase the pace, or was it just like, again, damage limitation with that?
Damage limitation. I always knew this race was going to be just cruise to the finish line and hope you get a good finishing position. I was lucky that Alcor didn't make it to the race. I was lucky that the shot was far slower than what I expected. And I was also lucky that I didn't lose many positions. Whatever I did in the first turn, I just outbraked myself and hit the wall with like 50 more kilometers per hour than what I was supposed to. And I ended up getting damaged because of that. Which eventually caused the safety car. So.
Yeah, there were multiple incidents around the same time, so that's why I decided to call it on that occasion.
I never said why would you call it. I just knew that it would happen at that point. I wasn't paying attention for whatever reason, and I just lost the braking zone. I was braking the 150 marker, and then I braked the 101. But generally it was like very hard to catch the hybrid. I was gaining the wall up, then I was losing in 2 corners, turn 2 and the hairpin. I was losing like a second. That's it.
Okay, well again, congratulations on a fantastic result, and hope to see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that's everyone. Also, there's someone's mic is picking up everyone else's audio. I'm not sure who that is.
That should be mine.
Oh, fantastic. Well done, CJ. Hopefully that's not picking up on the stream. Someone tell me if it is. I'm going to go through chat again. Wake was here, Dredgen was here at one point. Kanoni, Sota, Tribe, Amuda there. Hagi was here. Cool stuff. Let's having him along. Jonathan Vermeulen tagging along as well. And who else? Ramton Zanjani and NWR server. Just running through everyone else as well. So Bottle Job was here, Tom Soft, and I think that was everyone that I can scroll back to. There's probably more from earlier. Thank you all so much for joining us here today on the stream. We hope you've enjoyed it. Again, be sure to tune in next week where Split take on this challenge here at the Tokyo Expressway in the rain. The weather's staying there for the whole week, so yeah, fun times. Poor Lynx. Lynx, your thoughts on what has been a very interesting race here today?
Well, it's been very interesting, and we found our safety car, so I'd say it is worth being drafted in last minute again.
Awesome. Thanks again for that, and I know, and thanks again for tagging along with me as well on such short notice. I'm sure the everyone in chat appreciates that it's not just me boring people to death all the time. So thanks again for that.
Somebody's gotta help.
So, from all of us here at Nukeshot Media, I've been Zokeo.
I've been Lynx.
And I, at least, will hope to see you in a week's time. From all of us here, it's goodbye.